All right, let's just jump right in. So imagine you're a lawyer. You've earned your degree somewhere outside of India, but your dream is to practice there. Well, there's a gate you have to get through, and that gate, it's guarded by one of the most comprehensive legal exams you'll find anywhere in the world. Today, we are going deep inside the Bar Council of India's qualifying examination. You know what? We're going to walk through this entire legal gauntlet together, paper by paper. And as we go, I really want you to ask yourself that question. Could you actually pass this? I mean, this isn't just about memorizing laws. It's a deep dive into the very soul of a nation's legal identity. And this is where the journey kicks off. Paper number 1, constitutional law. Yeah. Before you can even think about arguing a single case, you have to prove that you understand the foundational document that governs over 1 billion people. This isn't just some hurdle, it is the bedrock of everything. So, our path is pretty clear. We're going to start with the nation's foundation. Then we'll jump into the world of business. After that, we'll see how to navigate the courts. And finally, we'll face the ultimate test, the lawyer's code of conduct. Let's do this. First up, the big one. Understanding the Indian Constitution. It's not just about knowing the articles, it's about really grasping the philosophy, the history, and the living, breathing principles that shape the entire world's largest democracy. I mean, just think about the sheer scale of that for a second. It's staggering. This one document has to balance the rights of every single individual against the powers of the state. It defines the whole relationship between the central government and its states, and it provides the framework for justice across an incredibly diverse society. No pressure, right? And look, these are not just some abstract topics you'd find in a textbook. Every single concept you see right here is pulled directly from the exam paper. You'd actually be asked to explain things like how rights can be suspended during a national emergency, or to analyze the power balance between the union and the states. This is really deep, complex stuff. So you've mastered the foundation of the nation, and what's next? The exam throws you right into the engine room of its economy. This is the law that governs everyday life, the deals people make, and the companies they build. At its core, contract law sounds pretty simple, right? It's really just about promises. But as we're about to see, applying those rules can get very, very tricky very fast. Okay, so what do you think? What's the call here? This kind of question is specifically designed to test a very particular concept, the unilateral contract. Was an agreement ever really formed? I mean, did Mr. B accept an offer he never even knew existed? The exam forces you to apply these abstract legal principles to a messy, real-world scenario. And just when you think you've got a handle on agreements between individuals, the exam just scales everything up, dramatically. Now we're in the world of company law, where the stakes aren't just a lost laptop, but millions, sometimes billions of rupees. And this is a perfect illustration of that challenge. You're not just answering a question as a student. The exam literally puts you in the role of a legal advisor to a company that's in the middle of a major crisis. You have to figure out the legal and procedural steps for a demerger, protect the shareholders, understand all the tax implications. This is as real as it gets. Okay, so you know the law, but do you actually know how to use it? This next stage is all about process. It's the intricate, rule-bound dance of the courtroom. Knowing what the law is, well, that's useless if you don't know how to make it work. So, let's take a look at this case from the exam paper. Raj is arrested. What happens next? The exam demands you know every single step. You have to evaluate whether the search was legal, discuss Raj's rights the moment he's arrested, and then outline the exact pretrial procedures. It's a true test of precision. And it's not just about criminal cases. On the civil side, you've got to master a completely different but just as complex set of rules. You absolutely must know the difference between an order and a decree, understand the strict time limits for filing cases, and know how a winning judgment is actually enforced. You miss one step, and your client's entire case could be over. Just like that. All right, we've made it, the final level, and you know what? In many ways, this is the hardest one. This isn't about what you know anymore, it's about who you are. This paper tests your integrity, your character, and your fundamental understanding of the profound duties you owe to your clients, to the courts, and to society. Okay, first scenario. This seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? An assault. But the real question here isn't if it's wrong, it's why it counts as professional misconduct. It's about violating the decorum and the dignity of the court itself. What about this one? A lawyer hands out some pamphlets with just their number and what they specialize in. Where is the line between providing information and improper solicitation? This question tests your grasp of some very subtle, very specific rules about advertising. And last one. An advocate takes a fee, but then decides, you know what, I'm not going to pursue this case, and then refuses to refund the money. This one goes right to the heart of a lawyer's most basic duty, that fiduciary relationship that's built on trust. What does that duty demand in this situation? This quote from the Bar Council's own rules, it really just sums the whole thing up. It's such a powerful reminder that being a lawyer is way more than a job. It's a role, it's a status, and it comes with an immense amount of responsibility. You are an officer of the court first and foremost. Six separate 3-hour-long exams. You've got constitutional law, contracts, company law, civil procedure, criminal procedure, and professional ethics. That's 6 massive mountains to climb. Ultimately, this exam is a crucible. It's designed to test not just what you've learned, but your stamina to apply it all under intense pressure, your attention to every single procedural detail, and, of course, the ethical compass that's supposed to guide your entire career. And that brings us right back to where we started. Could you pass this exam? You know, maybe a better question to end on is this one. It's crystal clear the law demands a sharp mind, but as this whole gauntlet shows us, it also demands something much, much more. So the real question is, does it have your character?